swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on another team from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense will have the football first. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for a man. It's Meyer. Dumps it off in the flats. Breaks into the open. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Punts it out of the air. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Gain of 21 on the play. That's a first down for the offense.
Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Dropping back, it's Meyer. Setting up the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out, you see it, keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
He's got it and still on his feet. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. Wants to throw it. Buying some time as he moves left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Looking to throw, it's fired. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on third down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it back. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Texas offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage. They can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires complete. At the 35, he's loose. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Longhorns come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll send the back in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Brooks. Touchdown, Texas! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacked on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Offense in a bunch formation. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Finding open areas. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Makes him talk to the hand. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
They'll ride the hot hand, and he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Gives it on the option. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Back to pass. It's fired. Snags it over the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a physical attack for the gun. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
First and goal, Mississippi State.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He's looking to throw. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think, put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
He'll keep it on the sneak. And the defense carries the day. They win at the line of scrimmage, and they stuff him on 3rd and inches. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He's got it near midfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's fired. Under fire. And he just threw that one away. Safe move. Didn't see anything. Lived to play another play.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
There he goes. Strong belief in this running game as he powers his way ahead and picks up 8. It's 4th and 1.
How about that, man? 3rd and long. You know what I'm going to run? Let's see. Long pass, go route. No, we're going to run the option and try to catch him off guard. And I think they do a little bit, but the defense does a nice job rallying and getting to the play and getting to the pitch man before he gets to the sticks.
On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Trying to keep this drive alive. He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a 1st down.
I love offensive play callers that are aggressive. Going for it on 4th down, check. In your opponent's territory, now here's an opportunity where you might be able to be aggressive again and take a shot.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Callaway. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Rides to back and leaves it. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Rushes on him. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Gotta love the physicality on 4th down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the first down.
Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Looking to throw, it's fired. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
Off play action. Catch in the middle, it's Shamanic. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Longhorns line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. They're working that left side. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's reeled in, it's Phelps. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
To the ground to try to move the chains. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. Plows through the defense. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make 2nd and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, too, to take a breath and exhale.
Motion from the back. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to throw, it's fired. Quick completion on the out. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold on.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They'll go empty and 5 wide on 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Firing to the right, complete. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole and the quarterback throwing the strike.
They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on! And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Makes the grab. It's Callaway. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Gay. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Looking downfield, it's fired. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. It's complete to the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. On second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Throwing right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with third and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Pressure coming. Makes the catch. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin them deep. Let's see what he can do with it. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. To the air. It's fired. Throws for the tight end. And here's the third interception of the night. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And that is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Takes the easy one to the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Longhorns will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They'll try the right side. Hard running there. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Fires to the big fella. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. They'll try to run for it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. Oh, he's got some space. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Power football with the run. And into the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is...
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. That leg is staying loose, already the fifth kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. To the air. It's fired. Got his man quickly. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Breaks into the open. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And he will step out of bounds, but what a way to get the ball back for his offense.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Phelps. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But This offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going?
Converts on fourth down, still going. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Makes the catch. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
This offense desperate for a score here to try to stay in the game. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Brooks. Fires into the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Never a doubt. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
And it just means more in the SEC. Take a look at how things are playing out here. Arkansas is getting its clock cleaned today. That crowd was calling the Hogs in the pregame, but they're saying some other things right now. They're trailing by 28 to... Carolina. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Lost a throw on first down. It's complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. To the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Moving away from pressure. Slithers into space. There he goes. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Well, the good news on that play is the quarterback was able to scramble and go pick up the first down with the lead late in the game. Bad news is, though, you just love them to stay in bounds to get this clock started sooner so you can bleed more of it off. That's just a coachable moment moving forward of having a better understanding of the situation in game.
And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking downfield on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Got some room to run. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and this defense celebrating the turnover. And here come the horns and got it again on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Brooks. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Now across the 50 at the 48-yard line. They'll have it first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. A strike downfield. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody...
It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep fighting, right? This game ain't over yet. Like, you still got an opportunity. Does it look good? No. But now, I got the ball back. Great job by the defense forcing the turnover. Now, let's see if we can go out and make this thing interesting, put some plays together, maybe get an onside kick. Who the heck knows?
Here comes the Texas offense. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Back to pass, it's Brooks. Got him downfield. It's a seam wide open, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
He gets it in for the two-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Give to the running back from the shotgun. Tackle was made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. You're in the fourth quarter with the lead. Very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
Right on the money. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. He'll pull it on the read. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And now on second down for this offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the first down. Turning it on. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Mississippi State lines up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Arkansas is just getting blown off the field right now, and it may continue to get worse before it gets better. If it gets better. What a shocker today in Fayetteville. They're trailing by 25 to North Carolina. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off. Into the secondary on the right. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. He's looking downfield to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Gay. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They cut into this lead the last time they had it, and now here in the 4th, a chance to move on top with a score. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Brooks. There's the pressure. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive, and the pressure will get there. The sack, down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
Man, how about this defense stepping up? The offense knows they got to get in field goal position. This defense is having none of it. Back-to-back sacks late in this game, trying to end it themselves.
He'll off one deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quick pass on the fly motion. Spins away from the defense. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. The give to the back. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
Really nice job by the running back here in the 4th quarter, picking up that 1st down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
One more yard on this 2nd down might just put an exclamation point on this one. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. The most satisfying play in football, and they remain undefeated. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then